This is my letter to the streets right here. Listen.
Yeah. This is your man Kilogram. This is episode 96, and it's called Loose Ends, featuring my homie, straight out of the mean streets of Willingboro, aka Killingboro. My man Dre Skuffs. You heard? So at the end of the day, Dre Skuffs just dropped a dope independent film. We're gonna talk about that today. He also is a fellow musician. So I seen the film. It went out online. I loved it. I reached out immediately to bring my man Dre on the show. What's going on, Dre? Talk to the folks.
What's good, man? You know I'm here. Shout out to Kilogram, Mr. 106 in Park.
Right. Talk your shit. Say it again.
They know, you know what I'm saying? I gotta get my flowers. I don't even like saying flowers to everybody saying it, but you know it's much love and respect.
It's all
you know
good,
what I'm saying?
bro.
I was bumping all your mixtapes back in the day,
That's
so I
right,
come
that's
from
right.
that era. So
I appreciate that.
Thank you for having me, man.
Okay, all right. Juicy Jalene.
What's up, y'all?
That's all you got for him? Man, we've been going 2 months. That's just a what's up, y'all? All right, what's up, Felicia? Talk to the people.
Hey, what's up?
Okay, all right. Straight out of Camden, right?
Yes, of course.
Let's
absolutely.
go.
All right, listen, before we
Yeah.
start the podcast, I want to tell y'all, I had a rapper moment today.
Yeah.
I went to the bank before I came here, right? I'm at the ATM pulling out a little bit of cash, not that much, because, you know, I'm doing
We
all
got
right.
money.
So guess what happened? A car pull up at the bank like, yo, you Kilogram? This is no cap. No cap. It's like, yo, you Kilogram? I'm turning around like, is he lying to me or what? I'm like, yeah, that's me. He's like, yo, Jersey is my joint, da-da-da-da-da. And his girl is in the car, so I'm feeling real like I'm that nigga. You know what I'm saying? So it was just dope. I get the money out, but I'm going to tell you the highlight. I was so happy to have a BMW. Because think about it. I'm going to tell you why. If you feel like I'm a rapper that made it back in the day, you waiting to see what car I'm going to.
Facts.
Right?
Facts,
You gonna
facts,
say, okay, you telling your girl, yo, this that nigga, right? He went on Apple Music, pulled my song up, played it in the car while his girl was there. It was so nice to go to the BMW, guys, because at the end of the day, guess what it solidified? Nigga doing all right out here. You feel me?
Facts,
So I had a rapper moment today I wanted to share with the folks. Y'all could think I'm corny, but it was nice to know that people still like my music. Shut up, Juicy. All right, anyway, like I told y'all today, this is episode 96, Loose Ends. Juicy, what you do over the weekend?
I didn't really do much this weekend.
Nothing?
I went to Cannon High football game.
Okay, all right. Did you
That's
go
it.
alone?
Yes, I went
Okay,
alone.
all right, cool. The streets want to know.
You know, I work at with
Okay,
the kids.
with the kids.
So
All right.
I
So
showed
you
up.
just is your homie back in town from Columbia or no?
No, she's still in Columbia.
Oh, she's still in Columbia. Okay,
you
so
worried
you
about my
wasn't.
friend?
I'm just saying you wasn't outside.
Why you worried about my friend?
I'm just saying if you was outside. Dre, how was your weekend?
It was, you know what I mean, family thing. Had the kids, you know, did it. Went to a 1-year-old birthday party, you know what I'm saying?
Regular shit, right?
Support my homie, you know what I'm saying, regular. You know what I mean? Meetings about the loose ends, you feel me? Like,
What, did you incorporate the gym?
nah, not this weekend.
Oh, not this
weekend. But I'm always eating right, though.
All right,
I'm
no
always
problem.
eating right.
All right, Miss Felicia.
Yes,
How was your?
yes.
I'm gonna call you Lisa. I ain't gonna do that. You know what I mean? But how was your weekend?
My weekend was good. You know, hustle all the time.
Hustle all the time.
Side jobs all the time.
Okay, all right, no problem. So we'll get into all your jobs later. You Jamaican?
No, I'm not.
Oh, you're not Jamaican. All right, cool.
I get asked that all the time. It's funny.
Right. At the end of the day, like I said, my weekend was chill. The week I had the kids, and one of my daughters plays AAU, so we was in Delaware. We had a game. Yeah, we had a game in Wilmington. 2 days in a row. I was sick about that. I had to drive to Delaware twice. So, but you know, that's the things that we do for the kids. So shout out to my middle child, Nyla. You know, she had me in Delaware. She did her thing.
That's crazy.
So-
My daughter named Nyla, too.
Is it? Did she got the H or is just
Nah,
NYLA?
NYLA.
Yeah, we put the H on there.
Wow.
You know, we put the H on there. Her mom wanted the H. I was thinking that too, New York.
Yeah,
Her mom said,
yeah.
no, put the H on there. All right, but anyway, like I said, we're going to talk about, we already talked about our weekend. I told y'all that we got Dre in the building with the new movie, Loose Ends. Is it a movie or web series?
So I marketed it like a movie, but it's
Right.
a series.
It's
You know
a
what I'm
series,
saying?
okay.
It's like the type of strategy I got behind
Right.
trying to get some money behind it. You know
Okay.
what I'm saying?
All right, so tell the people, were you born in New Jersey or like,
Yeah,
how did you
I'm
end
from
up in
Jersey. I ended up in Willingboro. You know how it is. It's a melting pot. You know
Right.
what I'm saying? We moved around, and we got there. Friend of the family.
Okay.
Told my peoples about it, and
Right.
then that's where I've been ever since. You
Okay,
feel
so
me?
where did y'all come from?
So I was actually born in Somerset. hospital.
Okay.
Then we just moved everywhere, like mad different places.
Right.
Willingboro's the first place I can call home. You feel
Okay,
me?
that's a
It's
bet.
the first we had a home. We was set.
Right.
I'm in school for
Right.
like more than a year. You know what
Right.
I'm saying?
Okay.
First time we had something permanent where I could be like, yo, this is my home.
That's what's up.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So shout out to the borough.
And I never
You know what I
really
mean?
understood what part of Willingboro are you jacking? Like, is it the Bucks? Are you Bucks set or you?
Man, that don't
There's
even matter to
different
me.
parts of Willingboro?
Yeah, it's,
Yeah.
it's
Oh,
different
I don't
parts. You feel me? I rep, me, man, I rep the borough.
You
period.
rep the whole
you feel
borough.
me? Yeah,
Okay,
I rep
alright,
the borough.
cool.
But shout out to Brodeo, you know what I'm saying? That's where I spend most of my time.
Okay, I knew
You know what I
you
mean? In that park, you feel me? Shout out, everybody know. You know what I mean? Everybody know.
Okay, I just wanted to get it correct because
Yeah.
I know you got Hawthorne, you got Twin Hills, you got Millbrook. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like,
But the crazy
Yeah.
thing is, I lived in North. You feel me?
okay, all right, that's like.
But I went to school.
went to- in
Yeah,
Brodeo.
so that's what I grew up with everybody over there. You feel me?
that's a bet.
Yeah.
Next, Juice. Number 2.
Oh. Sorry.
Three. No. 4. Sorry about that.
Look, I'm like, hold on, where you asked that?
Yeah.
So how was your childhood growing up? Like, obviously you said that you moved
Yeah.
around a lot, but did you play like sports?
Yeah, I ran
brothers,
track,
sisters?
you know what I'm saying? I got a brother, I got a sister,
Right.
football, you know what I mean? Them
What
was
position
my
you played?
cornerback defense. You know what I'm saying?
Good.
I was
Was you
decent.
good?
I was decent. I wasn't trash, you feel me? But I feel like if I would have stuck with track, I could have did something with that. You know what I mean? But you know how it is. You turn a teenager and you get sidetracked into different things.
Okay.
And then, music, rap and shit like that. So like, as far as my childhood, I came from like a household, both parents, you feel me, was in the house. I would say my upbringing was like, that's where I realized how to make something out of nothing. You know what I'm saying? Growing up, like, I got to see my peoples make something out of nothing all the
Right.
time. You know what I'm saying? So, like, we ain't have it like everybody else around us. You know what I'm saying? So, like, that real hustle hard mentality I get from my peoples. You know what I'm saying? Like,
And all your parents still together?
Yeah, yep.
So you come from real good
Yeah,
good
yep.
folks, good
facts,
DNA.
Facts.
That's dope, man. That's dope.
Yep.
All right, so who were your early inspirations in music?
In
you
music?
and I are both musicians. So tell me, like, how did you get the rap bug? How did you get that?
Man, we born hip hop, you know what I'm saying? Like, I got uncles, older uncles, you know what I'm
Right.
saying? I got uncles that was in the hip hop parade video and shit like that.
Right.
I curse on here, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So
You better not lie.
like I was born into hip hop. You
Right.
feel me? That my culture, I go outside hip hop every day.
Right.
And you know what I mean? It's automatic that you get the bug. You know what I'm saying? Somebody gonna come up to you spitting some bars, you feel me? You either gonna be too shy to say something.
Right.
Or you're gonna be like, let me put my pen to the test. And you know how it start? You start off a little secret
Yeah.
writing raps, and then eventually you build up that and then you
confidence.
just,
Right.
then the next time you hear that, you in there, you know what I'm saying? So it was bound to happen. Everybody around me was rapping, you feel me? So like,
So was your first audience your siblings? Like you say, you know what? I'm gonna let them hear.
Are you the
what
oldest?
I'm
Who the
cooking
oldest?
I'm the middle child.
Okay. Oh, so you the bad
Me too.
child.
I'm the middle. Yeah.
So you the bad child?
They probably would say that. They probably would say that. I'm the one like I went through the most probably.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I went through the most.
Who got the most whoopings?
Most likely, yeah,
Right.
definitely. You the middle child?
No, I'm the baby.
Oh, so all right, yeah. So I got it for the baby and for the older one.
Right,
and
right,
for
right.
me, you feel me?
And the middle
So,
child
and my
sometimes get a
people,
little
my mom's
overlooked,
Jamaican,
too.
so she super strict. You know
Oh,
what I mean?
yeah,
Like
uh-huh.
overly strict, like super strict, like to the point it's like, yo, why you even care about like, you know what I mean? So yeah, so I had a fun childhood. I would say like, you know what I mean? Even through struggling times, it was always fun because I always had that sense of humor.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Where I could look at things and we had a lot of love in the house. You feel me? Like
always
as
dope.
hard as it was, that's the one thing that we had. We had love in the house. So whether we had no water, lights, it was love. So I ain't even
Right,
feel,
y'all
I
was in
ain't
there
feel
with
none of that.
candles.
You know what I'm
Y'all in
saying?
candles and oodles and
I
noodles
ain't
trying to figure it
I
out.
ain't feel none of that. So it's like we always I got my ass whooped a lot, but we had fun. You know what I'm saying? We had fun.
So how did you get the name Dre Skuffs? Like,
That's a
how-
crazy
how
story.
did
So
that-
look.
yeah, talk to the people about that.
Look, let me tell you about my first pair of Timbs first. You feel me? So it was one Christmas, right?
Right.
My grandma, she's from Spanish Town. She don't know nothing about no Timbs. So I was like, I want a pair of Timbs for Christmas, right? So Christmas come, I open up the box. I'm like, yo, these the Timbs that feel like the Timbs.
Right,
I open
right.
it up. They the shits that say Tims, like Timbs.
Oh.
Like the straight Payless Timbs, like
right.
And I'm like, oh hell no! Like my peoples, they not into fashion. They don't
Right.
understand none of that. You know what I
Right.
mean? So it's like, I'm like, damn, y'all can't go to school with these. They gonna roast me. You feel me? So I end up going to school and I'm trying to wear my jeans like over the top. You feel me? Like I'm trying to like put the
hide them.
Yeah, I'm trying to, cause it's like, you know, that's the time where it's like you getting roasted. Like you got the people checking tags all.
So you had to wear them.
I had to. I ain't have nothing else to wear. You feel me? But my peoples really didn't understand. But the thing about me is, I can get it off because I'm zero toleration to disrespect. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, even though people might have had something to say, I can fight. You feel me? So like that kind of helped me a little bit. You know what I mean? But
so they was definitely even though you had bobos on, you was gonna be a bully.
People was I wouldn't say I was the bully. I never was a bully. I would say I always would like.
You was with the shits.
I was with the shits, and I had the jokes too. Okay, I knew how to flip it real quick. I was quick with it. You
gotta be able to crack back.
I was quick with it.
You gotta be able to crack back.
So the name, back to the name, I'm chilling one day. I get a fresh pair of Timbs. This is a little later in life. And I was just so happy to have them. I'm wearing them every day. Playing basketball with them, everything. You feel me? My mans, we chilling one day, smoking a blunt. He's like, yo, bro, your Tim's always scuffed up. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, what you talking about? Then now the jokes come. He's like, yo, man, I'm calling you Scuffs from now on. So it was just me and my man. So he was the only one calling me Scuffs for a long time. Everybody else started catching on to it. Like, yo, Scuffs was good.
And this happened in Willenboro.
Yeah. So they started, Scuffs was good. But I embraced it. You feel me? Like,
have you ever told that story before?
Plenty of times.
Okay, plenty of
times. Yeah, plenty of times.
Because I never knew. I didn't know. I thought
that's how I got
Scuffs
the name.
Like, because, you know, with the dreads.
I had straight boots, you feel me? Scuff boots.
Okay.
And Dre, of course, my name Andre. I combine Andre, my child, what they call me around the house is Dre. So I combine like my family nickname with my street nickname. So Dre Skuffs, you feel me? So like, it feel real to me because it's like, it happened organically. It wasn't no me sitting in the room trying to be like,
hold up. Shout out to the legendary Tim Hardaway.
Hey.
From the Golden State Warriors.
That's
on
dope.
The live. Salute.
Tim,
Salute
was
to
good.
The legend, Tim Hardaway. Salute, brother. I see you watching, man. But listen, okay. So my next question for you is, what is your take on the music business now? Like, what do you think about how everything is structured now? Like the streaming, everything. What's your take on that?
Man, I'm gonna be honest. You feel me? I feel like they hustling it. You know what I mean? They hustling us. And we ain't really getting what we deserve for like the work we put in. You know what I'm saying? That's my take on it. You know what I'm saying? Am I gonna say if it's right or wrong? Nah, because everybody got to get their money. But when we talking about the culture and the culture that we created, you know what I'm saying?
Can somebody feed independent artists such as like ourselves? Do you feel like it's lucrative to put out an album and rely on streams to feed your family?
Not really. Nah, hell
niggas
no.
Niggas
hell
should
no.
keep their job.
Not as a like, you know, up and coming independent artist. Hell no. Like we know how them checks be looking. Anybody else is cap if they talking about they you know what I mean? Eating off of this.
Some niggas be trying to say, I'm making $1,500 every 30. No,
you gotta do other things. You know what I'm saying? You gotta do other things. I ain't saying you gotta get a job. There's other hustles. You know what I'm saying? You can whatever you choose to do. But it's like, if we talking just you up and coming, but you know it's a lot of tricks, it's a lot of fuckery in the industry right now. You feel me?
Okay.
Yeah, but
you should go.
So what inspired you to write, create, and direct and star in your own film, Loose Ends?
Let's talk about.
All right. So look. Shout out to Raekwon from Wu-Tang. You feel me?
Okay.
I bumped into him a couple times in the past before the time I actually bumped into him. We was in New York. He got a wine out right now called, I forgot the name of it. Start with an L or something like that.
Okay.
So I went there to like go to his signing and show love, and we got a chance to talk. And he was like, "Yo, bro, you remind me of RZA." Like from when y'all, he was like, "Yo, you just like how RZA used to be back in the day."
Right, I can see that.
You know what I'm saying? He was like, "Yo, matter of fact, we shooting a film for Hulu."
Right, I remember.
Wu-Tang.
That's my show.
Yeah, he was like, yo, listen, man. He was like, yo, trust me, yo, you would get it, yo. Audition for Say I Told and blah, blah, blah.
Right, that was dope.
So I put in the audition.
Yeah.
They was like, oh, all right, yeah, I got the audition. But they told me last minute, the day, like 2 days before the audition, yo, you got to audition for Ghostface instead. So I was ready for RZA, you feel me? But the dude that plays RZA, he got the role, I'm guessing, because he's a known actor. You know what I'm saying? He'd been in a couple movies before, so it was like I had 2 days to figure out the Ghostface lines. I think I did a good job, but long story short, I ain't get it.
Right.
They said I wasn't with a union, I ain't have no agency, all
Right,
type of
right,
stuff
right.
like that. So it was a lot of politics involved, and they was getting ready to start filming like in the next 2 weeks.
Right.
But on my way home, I felt accomplished, yo, because that was my
Yeah.
first audition ever. You feel me?
Right.
I got the script in my hand. I'm like, yo, and I grew up listening to Wu-Tang.
Right.
So I'm like, you know what? Maybe I should I got cameras. Maybe shoot my own movie. You feel
Right.
me? And like I would say, like a couple days after that, I just started writing. You feel me? I was like, I'm gonna make myself a star. So that's how it came together. And I'm like, yo, I'm gonna bring as many people with me as I can.
Okay, so tell us about this nice young lady to the right of me. How did you meet Lisa?
So shout out Felicia.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? AKA Lisa.
Right.
Feel me? Friend to the family, you know what I'm saying? She always came around, you know, so it's more like a family thing.
Okay, is
You know
she
what I'm
in the
saying?
movie?
Yeah, she in the movie.
Tell me
So-
who, because
Yeah, Lisa.
is she your wife in the movie?
Nah, Lisa. She Lamar's girl.
Lamar's girl.
So you see her in the second scene when she arguing with Dio, Lamar,
That's
aka
true.
Lamar.
This
That's
not
her.
the one that came back with the cornrows. Who's
That's
that?
Lisa. Yeah, that's Lisa. Yeah.
Oh
Yeah, that's Lisa.
Her hair was
Yeah,
different.
her hair was so she had a rap on the first scene.
No, you was one of my favorites. She came
She
in
could
the
act her
second
ass
spot.
off.
Why she was one of your
Exactly.
favorites?
Because her hair looks different.
Her hair was out at the
Yeah,
vegan
yeah,
spot.
see,
You know what I'm saying?
You got the whole SWV look today, but the other day you had to like. She walked in the store, she ordered the food, and then that was her, right?
That was her.
And then my man and them was plotting on her.
Yeah,
in
exactly.
the store.
Yeah.
And then she came to tell you, like,
With
yo.
the braids.
She came
Yeah.
to tell, what's my man name?
Dio.
So Dope.
Yeah.
She came to tell him,
yeah.
like, yo,
All
they
right,
on
y'all
your-
gonna tell
they on
the
your top,
whole
right?
episode?
Yeah.
Yo.
That's her.
Dang, I'm kind of hurt.
I'm sorry. No. The hair. It was the hair.
And I want to big her up because, like, yo, behind, like filming it,
Right.
she was one of the best, like, her, like, the expressions. You would think she been doing this all her life,
Right.
you know what I mean?
good.
She definitely got a gift.
And she a product of Camden,
That's
must
dope.
I
Shout out to
remind
Camden.
you?
That's
Absolutely.
dope.
Shout
Shout
out to
out to
Camden,
Camden, yeah.
always. Pollock. Let's
So
be
tell me,
specific.
answer this, Lisa. How was it like? You know, when he came to you and told you, like, "Hey, I got this role." Like, were you already prepared? Is this something you always wanted to do?
So actually, that's funny because that's always been my thing. Anybody in
Right.
my family can tell you I have always been a character. But not only that, but anytime there was a movie that was a favorite of mine, first
Right.
of all, it was on repeat.
Okay.
So I annoyed my household, and I'm the baby of the family, so
Oh.
whatever I wanted it was what it was. So if I wanted to watch what is it, the Cinderella with Brandy
Right.
in it 50 times in a row, I could.
That's what we watched.
But
Taking over the TV.
but I will also like kind of force my cousin to be like, all right, you got to be the other person because I can't do this by myself
Right.
type of thing. So, I mean, it was kind of always something that I did want to do. I have been to like, you know, like auditions and stuff like that. But my mom being a single mom of 4 girls,
Right.
it was really hard for her to be like, I can't just give up working
Right.
and paying for a mortgage to pursue you, you know,
Yeah,
and
going to
what you
acting
trying to
school
do.
and things
Yeah,
like that,
trying
yeah.
to take you from Jersey to New York because that's where a lot of the places were.
Right.
So I kind of like chalked it up, gave it up. But when Dre hit me up and was like, yo, I got this role.
Right.
You want to, you know, you came first to mind. Do you want to try it out? I was like, yeah, absolutely. I'm
Right.
with it, always. Anytime somebody come to me with something that involves the camera,
Right.
acting, anything like that,
yeah, that's your thing,
I'm
right?
ready.
Let's go.
Right.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, you did an amazing job. It was believable.
Right, yeah,
You know what I'm saying? Like, and at the end of the day, like I'm saying, like her whole style was different on
Yeah,
camera.
yeah,
So that's
yeah.
why I said she coming here dolled up with the little bamboo earrings. Like I'm just like, you know what I'm saying? It was different, but salute to you. So Dre, my next question is, how long did the process take to put loose ends together? Like, you know what I mean? Because you did this like the Beyonce promo for her album. Like you did no marketing. It was like it just hit people when it
Right,
came out.
right.
So was that your strategy?
That was a part of my strategy because I'm big on just do it. You feel me?
Right.
Like, you know how it is. You know what I'm saying? People talk about what they're gonna do.
Right.
And I'm dealing with a movie, so it's like, what's the chances I would even complete it? So it's like,
That's a
ain't no
fact,
point in talking about it unless I'm gonna just put it out when
Right.
when it's all said and done. Everything there. But it took me like, I would say like a year and a half, almost 2 years, because you know scheduling was the hardest part. Because
Right.
I'm dealing with people that, you know what I mean, either got jobs or they got kids. You know what I'm saying? So it's like you might have a scene with 5 different people in it, and one person got to do something and throw the whole scene off. So we got to reschedule for like
Right.
the next couple weeks. So like the scheduling made it take 2 years, but outside of that, it would have took probably like a month, probably.
Right, yeah,
You know what
if
I'm
you had the
saying?
budget.
Yeah, if I had the budget. And
So how
everything.
was that like? Because it's no secret. You're married. You
Yeah,
have
yeah.
5 children.
5, yup.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And you're a very devoted, loyal husband and father.
Facts.
How do you find the time from working, utilizing your own money and resources, and balance that family time? Like when
Yeah,
when the kids, I know the kids playing sports.
I look
right?
at it, yeah. I look at it like, yo, like this how I look at it. Like some things you on autopilot. You know what I
Right.
mean? When it comes to the family, I'm on autopilot. And it's like, when you got certain dreams or something you want to do, you know how to make it happen regardless of the situation. And that go back to my upbringing, you know what I'm saying? I say my mom was a big part of that, showing me that, like, yo, you can make something out of nothing. You can make the time if you really want to do something.
Absolutely.
So everything I learned growing up, that's like, it's hitting right now because it's like, yo, it's hard, don't get me wrong. Like, like, it's hard, you feel me? But it's a sacrifice if you're willing to do it, you feel me? Like, it's a lot of people out here watching this that might probably want to make a movie.
Yeah.
They probably wrote a script, but they probably just didn't.
I wrote a script too.
You know what I'm saying?
I got a 100-page script that I wrote in 2015, and I'm not gonna lie, we did a trailer, but then trying to find the funding for it, I got discouraged.
Yes,
You know what I
and
mean?
that's the thing. It's like
got discouraged,
that part.
Yeah.
You just gotta like. It's gonna be hard regardless. You feel me?
But guess what? You inspired me. The movie's gonna get. It's back on. It's
That's
back
what's
on
up, that's
schedule.
what's up.
Thank you, Dre.
That's what's up. I
Because Dre showed me we could do it without money.
Yeah,
See,
you
I
don't
was
need the
thinking,
money.
let me shoot my trailer, and I'm going to Lionsgate. I had big dreams.
Yeah.
I thought I was gonna sit down with Lionsgate,
I'm going
and they
to
was just gonna
Lionsgate.
buy the
Facts,
script
facts,
off
facts,
me.
facts.
We all think like that. It don't work like that. Then you
My
try
thing
to,
is, I want to show them. You feel
Right.
me? Like if I had
Yeah.
that meeting with anybody, Lionsgate, Paramount, not
Right,
Netflix,
right.
it's like, yo, at the end of the day, like y'all need me.
That's a
You
fact.
feel
You
me?
gotta go
I
in there with
created this. I wrote this. Y'all need me.
It's
You
a hell
feel
of
me?
a
Like,
movie.
and that's who they looking for. They don't feel like writing scripts and doing all that extra
Yeah.
shit like that.
And you
They
gotta be a
looking-
creative person to
Yeah,
do it.
yeah.
Yeah.
This is what I did with no money. So imagine what I'm gonna do with your money.
Yeah,
You
I'm
feel
just
me?
glad I know you, Dre.
Yeah.
I'm glad.
Hey, Rick, can we show a clip of
Why lie to the ones that love you the most? I felt like I had a perfect reason though. See, I'm a changed man. I hung my past up and took off running. You see, in life, everything could change in a matter of seconds. One decision, one choice, the wrong place, the wrong time, anything can happen.
What you got yourself into?
So many questions I ain't had the answers for, but I knew we crossed the line.
We can do this however y'all want to do it, my brother. Choose wisely.
Just explain to me, my fault. Explain to me, what happened? I'm gonna fix it.
He said you got till tonight.
Just waiting on your orders. Say the word and it's done.
You came too far. We came too far.
You don't know what you're missing until it's gone. Sometimes it's the simple things that's worth fighting for. We can't leave no loose ends.
When just do what you gotta do.
I want all of them dead.
Now that episode 1 of Loose Ends is complete, have you already started working on the next episode?
Everything's done as far as like the next episode, as far as like what's written down on like the script and everything is done. But
do you have a
that's
scene of somebody mopping the floor? Because I'm available.
we gonna talk. I already go.
yeah.
You
Wait,
already
if
know.
he can- I need a-
Yo,
I need a role
good.
too
So
then.
this my
Hold on,
thing, yo.
you pay people
This my
more.
thing. So this is
I'm
actually,
very talented.
listen, let me
I'll
tell
mop
you
the
something.
shit out of that floor.
Let me tell you something, yo.
I will mop the hell out that floor in that
A lot
scene.
of people, a lot of the roles you see in the movie was
Right.
like that. Like, yo,
Right.
I could do, all right, you in the movie then.
That's a
you
fact.
feel me? Because
Yeah,
the
listen.
more people in the movie, the more people that's gonna promote it, the more, you know what I'm
Exactly.
saying? So I'm
Listen.
thinking like that, you know what I
Right.
mean? we gonna direct you. I feel like I never acted before. I never
Right.
directed, but I know what look corny.
Right, that's
like we
right,
rap,
yeah.
you know what I'm saying? We know
Right,
what look
right.
corny when we looking at the video. Like, nah, we can't put that out. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I'm like, yo, I'm gonna tell you, like, yo, that shit look whack. Do that shit over.
That's a
You
fact.
feel me?
Yeah,
Like,
and you run the
yeah,
shit, so
yeah,
you
yeah.
gotta
So
tell
it's
them.
like my whole thing is to make everybody look good. You
Right.
feel me? Like, I want
And I
everybody
want
to
to
look
take
good.
this time out to shout the rappers that I know that was in this movie.
Yeah.
Shout out to my man Flock.
Flock.
So Dope, Big Rod. There's another brother that I know, Asian and black. What's his name? He from Willenboro. He cut hair. The barber.
Dre.
Shout out to Dre. That's my guy right there.
Dre.
Who else I seen in there?
Wreck Banger.
Wreck Banger was in there as a rapper. It's-
AP the Mayor.
AP, salute to AP.
Yeah.
He did good too. And I like how you combined and kept it authentic like that. Like you
Facts,
got a lot of
facts.
people in your circle, and I know you have a heavy influence in Trenton from your Jai Yummy days.
Yeah,
With AP and So Dope. Like, but you had a lot of my guys in there that I love, and
Right.
And they all the script that you wrote for them, everybody did their thing. So
Thank
I
you.
was
Appreciate
proud
that.
to see that. I was like, damn, like Dre, like I could mop the shit out of a floor. I was like, get me in there.
Yo, he's
you know what I
so
mean? Like it's a dope
annoying.
movie. You heard?
Not to just cut in, but
Yeah, go ahead.
I always say big up to Dre for real, because
Yeah.
he grabbed everybody that he could think of that
That's-
was in
he
his
did.
circle
He did.
to bring everybody together. And I mean, the way he, between behind the scenes, cameras,
Right.
to everybody that was right there in the front, like he really pulled out just basically like family that was
Right.
close to him.
Yeah,
and it
and it
really turned out
transcended
into
like
something
that,
good.
too.
Yeah,
It
and
showed.
It showed not only love to him and everybody around him and the talent of everybody, but also, you know, Jersey, you know,
Right.
put
Dope.
us on the
Facts.
map. You feel me?
Dope.
Especially coming off the strength of just nothing. So
Facts.
So Dre, where can people see this at?
It's on YouTube. You know what I'm saying? Go
Give
to
them
YouTube.
your YouTube page. Yeah.
Dre Skuffs is the YouTube page, but of course you can follow anybody on the social media.
Right.
Follow my personal page, Dre Skuffs. You can get it right out the bio.
Right.
If you on your TV, just type in loose ends. We trying to work our way up in the algorithm, so that's all you gotta type in.
Right.
But
So
right
it's
now,
on TV too? Like you have it on
nah, you know, like YouTube
Oh,
on
okay, I
your
was about to
TV.
say,
You know what I
oh,
mean?
okay,
'Cause
I said,
some
sheesh.
people might just want to turn the TV on, turn the
Right.
YouTube app on, so you can do that too. Just
But-
search loose ends.
I wanted to tell you, are you talking with Tubi at all? Because you have
So
an hour
business,
long.
I really don't want to, you know, like it's so much going on right now, business wise. You know what I'm
Right.
saying, behind the scenes.
Right.
Like let's just put it this way: I had to have a conversation with a lawyer. You know what I'm saying? So the sky's the limit. Just things got to work in my terms, so everybody
Right.
eat. You
That's
feel me?
dope. That's dope.
So everybody eat.
It's gonna work out. It's gonna work out. All right, this is the segment of the show called Getting Juicy with the
Hey.
Lean. We haven't did this in a long time. We've been going for 2 months, but I'm ready to get the world, and we about to shake some shit up today. You ready, Juicy?
Yeah,
So
let's
what
go.
you got? Because Juicy usually gives us the latest and the greatest topics of what's going on in social media. So what you got for us today?
All right, first we're going to talk about Jada and Will.
Okay.
You know, she went on a podcast, I think it was.
Yeah.
What show was it? And she talked about how her and Will was separated since 2016, 17.
That's crazy. Did you know that?
Did y'all,
I
anybody?
actually did not know
Because I
that.
didn't know that they were separated.
Okay.
But, you know, all the little antics that she had going on prior to. So how did that make y'all feel? Like,
it makes
take
sense.
on it.
It makes sense
Right.
now that, you know, everything's come to light. Because I mean, first of all, when August intervened, it was just
Right,
like,
right.
whoa.
So that entanglement thing.
Yeah,
We giving her a pass.
He was like, "Wait a minute, you wasn't married, girl. What you doing?" But you know, now it everything makes sense. The
makes
behaviors and
So what you think about that, Dre? Like,
Y'all gonna think I'm real corny for this.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna just be honest.
right.
I gotta be me. You feel
Right.
me? I really don't be caring.
About
Like that's
that.
just my
I'm not mad at
personality.
you
That's
'cause
just
I
my
don't care.
personality.
That's all- yeah,
Nah, like I just don't. I'm so like thinking of making
Locked
this
in,
shit
yeah.
work. You feel me? Like I don't even be seeing what's going on. You
Right,
feel
yeah,
me?
yeah,
So
you-
like
you got
I'm
tunnel vision.
I'm so locked in right now. It's like I don't care about what Jada and Will doing. You feel me? Like, but that's nothing against the topic. It's
Right,
like,
right.
but that's
No.
I just gotta be like. I
Oh
just
no,
don't
no!
be
Listen,
caring,
it's
you
a
feel
ton
me?
of people who feel the same way. But you know, when we have a podcast,
Nah, I
you know, it's
understand.
catered to
Yeah,
social
yeah, of
You
course,
gotta,
of
like,
course, of
talk
course.
about
You got to
Yeah,
talk
yeah,
about
yeah.
it because
So-
guess what? What happens is at other podcasts,
Yeah.
we're covering social issues, and social media is driving our industry now.
Right.
So at the end of the day, the juicy topics, we try to stay
Current.
trendy.
So
Yeah.
you would have to tell me, you would have to like inform me about what's going
Yeah.
on, because I don't be knowing. I really don't be knowing.
So in a
you feel me?
nutshell, think about this: Will slapped Chris Rock at the Grammys.
I know that.
Oh,
I
did
know
you
that.
see? Hold
I know
on,
that.
I don't mean
Yeah,
to
go
cut you
ahead.
off, but did you see that she said that while she was separated from Will, that Chris actually tried to take her out,
Right,
asked to take her
yeah, I
out?
seen that. I seen
Wait, what?
Yeah, he
Yeah.
actually was trying to
Holla at her. Whatever.
Who
holler
was
at
trying to
her.
holler at who?
Chris Rock.
Chris
was trying
Rock tried to holler at
Jada.
Jada.
After the
Yeah.
all that
No,
stuff.
Before.
Yeah,
Oh, in
while
the
they were
past.
separated,
Before.
but I'm sure he probably didn't know, or I don't know. But
So
anyway,
what happened just now?
I'm about to tell you because Juicy interrupted. But anyway,
Sorry.
this is what's happening. Will slapped Chris at the awards. Remember
Yeah, I
that?
know that. I know
And
that.
When he slapped him, he said, "Keep my wife name out your mouth."
Oh,
But she's saying we were separated since 2016.
Still
When he
his
slapped,
wife?
she said, "Listen," she said, when he slapped him, we wasn't even living together. We wasn't together.
Wow.
Still his
So
wife.
people are feeling like, Will, you overreacted. Why would you slap her if y'all aren't even living together and y'all not on good terms? Why would you slap Chris?
I feel like that was a.
Well, the public. Go ahead.
No. I was just gonna say, I see everybody keep playing back like the old school. That
Right.
I don't know what movie it was, but have you all seen that clip of the? It's like a real old movie. It could be from the 60s or 70s.
Right.
I don't know, but there's a guy who's at a show, just like how Will was,
Right.
and there was another man on the stage, and he goes up to the man and he slaps the man, and it's literally like the same exact thing. I saw it as Will taking Will and Chris Rock taking like this undercover, I don't know,
Conspiracy.
like a secret thing. Yeah,
So you thought it was a
like,
publicity stunt?
I think so.
Okay.
That's
Nah, he really smacked him, and Chris don't mess with him to this day.
I mean,
they fell out behind that. But I understand your theory because people do things in Hollywood for clickbait.
And that's weird because
Yeah.
how you do exactly just like that
Right.
clip?
Hollywood is weird, period. Like you never know which we don't know what we watching and what's really happening.
right.
But as far as like Will, I think because they in the public eye, like us as public, assuming they together,
Right.
he's just protecting his image. Like that's probably why he did it, regardless of if they
Still
was
his wife.
regardless of
Right.
if they was together or not. Like you still gonna have that emotion. Like
That's
as
true.
a man,
That's true. Yeah.
it can not even be your girl no more. But it's like if everybody else know that you be with her, it's like yo, you still disrespecting me. You feel me?
Okay.
So that could be the reason. You know what I mean?
All
But
right, so-
as far as her though, I don't know.
Well, I mean, so in a nutshell, for those who are watching or whatever, Jada came out and said that her and Will Smith have been separated since 2016. So that's kind of what we're talking about. They basically saying they don't know why Will smacked Chris if they're separated and they haven't even really been intimate or on that level of honoring their marriage. They're saying he was simping in so many words. That's how they feel. It's like, yo, if me and my girl not together, I ain't lived in the house for 7 months, I probably ain't gonna slap a nigga.
You wouldn't?
Yeah, I probably wouldn't slap him.
But that's years of marriage. They got
But it's
kids
so
and
many
stuff.
violations that had happened. You already slept with somebody. You should be mad at you. The hand should have went on August.
Yeah.
That's my personal opinion. You know what I'm saying? If
True.
you gonna slap somebody, you should put some hands on August. I've seen it. Don't slap Chris because he gets paid to tell jokes. You feel me? So it's kind of like I'm in the air with that.
It could have been
you
a
know what I mean?
build up.
So how
Right,
did
could've
this
been like,
go?
"No, I'm tired of this shit."
How did this combo get back to the smack though? If like you know what I mean? Like
Because this is what
Because
it
the
is.
world.
He got support from men across the world for standing up for his wife because everybody thought they were still together in a loving, healthy relationship. She dropped a bomb on a podcast last week saying when he slapped him, we ain't been together for years. So she basically kind of outed him in a sense. Like she basically showing like, yo, he did that because he wanted to do that. Like I wasn't even really technically his wife. I'm sleeping with other people.
so what you think about her? Like her saying that? What you
I think that she's shown what she's always shown, a disconnect with Will. You feel me? Respectfully, because think about
It's
it.
not Pac.
Think about it. That's another thing. She comes out and says things like in public media, like Tupac is my soulmate. So I know better, right? When I see a woman speak like that, I know she has a type.
Yeah.
Look at Pac's energy. Look at what Pac represented. Will represents the total opposite. So she's telling you inadvertently, like, I'm more connected to Pac than the nigga I had kids and married, which is life. But at the same time, it's a slap in Will's face when he has to see social media and see my ex-wife saying another man is her soulmate. Why marry me if I'm not your soulmate?
Right.
Does that make sense?
That makes sense.
Let's get deep, man. This is Dr. Kill, not Dr.
Her
Phil.
soulmate is not here anymore, so
Oh,
she
no,
had
no,
to
no, no,
settle.
no, 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 no. See? Just like a woman's answer.
She
Anyway,
had
we're going
to
to skip
settle.
that. What Juicy
but it's
said,
safe,
we'll
but
delete
it's
that.
safe, you know what I mean?
All right, so what else we got for getting juicy with
We're
Jaleel?
going to talk about my boy Joe Budden and how he went.
And I'm taking over.
Can I finish? Can I finish first? Can I finish? And how he
Sip some water for this.
criticized Drake for not performing well on his album.
Joseph Budden.
Can I finish?
I need to talk
Let
to
me
you, brother.
finish first.
All right, go ahead.
For his new album, For All the Dogs. We all know that Drake responded to the nonsense
Okay.
that
That Joe
Joe
Budden
was
said.
saying.
Don't be scared to say his
but,
name. We can fight.
First of all, I'm not scared
Okay.
of Joe, but
All right.
I'm just ready for you to talk your
Yeah, I'm
shit.
ready to get- I'm ready
Go
to
ahead
get
so
in.
we can get right.
All right, okay, so
How do you feel
Joseph.
about-
Let me tell you something. And I know you. You from Jersey City. I spent every summer of my childhood in Jersey City, in Duncan Projects, 354 Building 2. So if you need to check my credentials,
Oh my God.
you know what I mean?
Anyway.
We know some of the same people in Jersey City, the drug dealers, the killers. I know them just like you know them. But we're going to get to the point. You sit on a platform, Joseph, and you say some disrespectful things about Champagne's Poppy's new album. Now, I'm going to tell you, I'm not a super duper Drake fan, but one thing I do know is Drake has delivered the same formula for the last umpteen years, the singing and the rapping, and it has worked well for his audience. If you, as a 45-year-old man, don't like Drake, you can simply skip it. You sit on your platform, you say some disgusting things about him, who he's sleeping with, his intellectual level of writing, which is crazy because the man is platinum every time out the gate. So either you hating or no. So at the end of the day, I'm gonna say this. You're entitled to your opinion, but it's etiquette with opinion. The minute you degrade me as a man, the minute you raise your voice and get irate around your crew, it's no longer an opinion. This is ridicule. This is you taking advantage of me on your platform, and it's giving low-key jealous vibes. So I'm gonna say this: you can't get mad at Drake's response. Everybody on here talking about he light-skinned, he's sensitive, he went too hard on Joe. No, he didn't. If you punch me in my face and I stab you, at the end of the day, you can't warrant my response. If you wanted a better response from Drake, you could have just said the album's not for me. I feel like he could do a little bit better, but at the end of the day, you know what? Salute to him, and I hope this project does well. Isn't that a nice opinion?
God damn, you basically gave him donkey of the day, but you
Listen,
freestyle that shit.
Listen, yeah, it's
You
off the
freestyle
top.
it though, off the
It's
top.
off the top.
Right,
So at the end of the day, although you are from Jersey, I'm from Jersey, this is me just bigging you up, saying, hey, I'm allowed to have my opinion, and I'm not co-signing everybody else that's saying, that's just Joe, because you can't throw the rock and hide your hand. If you get on a platform and say spicy shit, you gotta be spicy in public. That's how I feel. This podcast
Stand on that
you
shit,
gotta stand on this shit 10 toes. You can't, I'm not gonna get on here and talk about no rappers. You know why? Because I be in Philly, I be in New York. And if I don't have my gun on me, I might get beat up. So I'm mindful of what the fuck I say about people. And I think
So
you
you
need to be
just saying
too.
his delivery was
His
wrong.
delivery was
He
off.
shoulda
I'm not
came-
mad at Joe. I know Joe. I met you when your name was Mouse. So I know you. And you know I'm not fronting. You heard me? So at the end of the day, all I'm saying is that you need to, if your platform offers a critique about albums, y'all need to do it with some etiquette.
So are you agreeing with Drake when he said that he's just jealous and a failed rapper?
Well, listen, at the end of the day, when somebody throw dirt and I throw mud, then it happens like that.
But do you agree with Drake?
I think that Drake is speaking from a place of hurt, so he wants to hurt Joe again. I know he's a fan of Joe because there's
Right.
videos out there where they have sat together.
Absolutely.
And Drake has said Pump It Up was I grew up off of Pump It
Right.
Up. I grew up off of Mew music. So I'm not going to say that Drake spoke facts to him. He basically returned fire. That's all he did.
I think,
He returned fire.
Joe publicly shamed him in his eyes, and he did it in return, like you
That's
said.
right.
You know what I'm saying?
So
That's
just
right.
two light-skinned niggas being light-skinned.
Yeah, I mean, that's definitely two light-skinned niggas at work. But at the end of the day, salute to Drake, salute to Joe Buttons. But at the end of the day, on a podcast, we need to be mindful of what we say on these platforms. Because guess what?
But
human.
you don't think that
And we gotta walk outside.
You don't think that him criticizing him like that made more people actually go listen
No,
to the Drake
because
album?
Drake has a
Because,
built-in
for instance,
fan base.
I'm not a big Drake fan. I'm
Right.
not gonna say I don't like
Drake
Drake.
walked in here.
I think
right
so.
now,
I think so.
Her grin would be from here to here.
I think so. I think
Yeah,
that
I'm
that's
not
gonna
a
make
fan
more
of Aubrey
people
Grahams like
listen.
that. But if Dave East walked in here, absolutely, grin all the way.
Would you take a picture?
Yeah, I'm
Like
taking a
the
picture
grandma.
with all on his top.
Damn, that's terrible.
All on
Yeah,
his top.
I think Budden helped him by, you know what I'm saying, not intentionally, but like you were saying, like more
Right.
people probably gonna listen
tuned in.
because he say it's so he a big artist, Drake. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
If you saying it's trash, this that. I might go and
I'm
listen
gonna go
to it.
tune
You
in
feel
now.
me? Like
I'm
let me
gonna listen
see
to
how
it. It's
trash
pretty
it
ass.
is. You
About
feel
to
me?
do
Because
research.
we in a I would maybe like 20 years ago, if you say something trash, nobody might not give it a chance.
I mean, that's just
But we
like
dealing with Drake.
I look at Joe Buttons on the same level as a Charlemagne.
Right.
They're
right.
driving the culture on their public opinion.
Facts.
If Charlemagne, the guy, goes on the Breakfast Club and says something is whack, those followers of the Breakfast Club are going 9 out of 10 times going to believe that. So that's what I'm saying. So at the end of the day, I think Joe responding is swaying the opinion back and forth. It's like, oh, Drake, he outside. So what? Now listen, the argument alone is sending people to listen to the music because Drake responded to
Right,
Joe.
exactly.
So definitely, but if Drake had ignored it, I think it wouldn't have mattered. Like I think people they're gonna go and support Drake anyway.
Yeah, people gonna
But
like
by
what they
him
like.
responding to it is creating energy around the album. If Michael Jackson
And
God
the
rest his-
podcast too.
yeah, if
the
Michael Jackson,
podcast.
God rest his soul, if somebody dissed him, just say somebody on a small level dissed Michael Jackson, and then he went on Twitter or something and got at that person. All it's going to do is take the traction that's following Michael to go down and follow the small person. You know what I mean? So Joe does things for clickbait too. He probably knew he would get a reaction out of Drake or get a reaction out of Drake fans to drive traffic to his podcast. So he could have been doing it and being calculated.
Yeah.
But I don't think the album's whack. I don't care what people say. The album's fire. I like the Bahama joint on there. I like the joint with J. Cole. He got a lot of fire on there. You know what I'm saying? Is it what we grew up on? Is it Boot Camp Click? Is it Biggie? Is it Nas? Is it Jay? No. But we are in 2023, and I think that musically we have to understand that everything is going to evolve. You know what I'm saying? That's the problem. People don't want to evolve no more. I was one of those guys stubborn. When skinny jeans came out, I said I would never wear a pair of skinny
Now
jeans.
look
And
at you.
at the end of the
look
day,
at
at the end of the
Now
day,
look at you.
when I tried, one day I was around this girl, she was like, them jeans is too
Too
bad.
big. Come on, tighten
She said,
up.
you got on Dipset jeans. And I was like this.
Dipset jeans.
Because I couldn't let it go. I couldn't let it go. I wanted to stay in that, that early throwback.
But
you know
that's
what I mean?
different.
It's
When it
not.
comes to music,
It's
you like the kind of music you like. You can't-
But listen, there's some guys out here that will never wear skinny jeans because they don't want to go with the trends.
But they wearing straight legs, which is still not
But
bad.
they have to because they probably got that female around them saying, I ain't going nowhere outside.
But
with
straight
you
legs
with
is
them
still
jeans on."
decent, you know what I mean? If you don't want
Dre, you got on-
legs.
you
Some
straight legs?
He got some
people.
pants on.
Nah, I'm chilling.
I'm
I'm
talking about
relaxed
you
right
own
now.
any.
Straight, like what
Skinny,
you talking
like
about?
skinny
But they
I
not
got
super,
some. I got some.
You got some, but
I got some regular.
Listen, when you had to make the transition, remember when New Boys came out, the jerk and all that?
See with me, it was just like, yo, I just like trying to stay in with the times
There
a little
go.
bit.
Okay,
You know what I'm
so
saying?
It's the same thing.
But I do it in my
the
own
same-
style though. You know
I
what
was
I'm
about
saying?
to
You
say,
do it in
not
your own
everybody
way. You don't got to
wears it like-
overdo it.
No,
You
I'm
feel
just
me?
saying that
'Cause
eventually
some of
we have
these
to
boys
go.
be dragging.
Dre just said it. He likes to stay with the times. This is Drake's time now. It's not Joe's time. It's not MF Doom's time. It's Drake's time.
But again, people still are entitled to what kind of music they
They
like.
can. But at the end of the day, if you don't go, it came out from. All right. Listen, all I'm saying is that with Drake now, his music is in. And Dre, you're an MC. You know now that the lyrical, spiritual, miracle bars, nobody's checking for that shit right now. Now listen, overseas, and there's an intimate crowd that will come and hear that. But the majority, everything is pop, and artists are dumbing down their music. Would you agree or not that artists are dumbing down?
I'm
their sound?
like in the middle with it, cause I feel like stream wise. You feel me? When you talking radio and popularity, yeah. But when you talking streams, it's people eating just being themselves, like lyrical, miracle, whatever you want to say. But they got a style and they got a cult following. Whereas
give
give
me one example
of like an artist like that.
Yeah,
like that's not mainstream. That got like a It's a lot, man.
I just want one.
I just don't really want. Who ain't on?
Say it. West Side Gun. Well, you talk. See, that's another thing.
Even them,
a lot of
even
people
all
say
them,
West Side Gun. Everybody goes to Benny the Butcher and them guys, right? But they still have a machine. They still have the machine. They still have the Def Jams. They come from Shady. Let me tell you something. If you come out of anything from Eminem's camp and his machine, it's gonna be a layup. You can't tell me, y'all can't, everybody keep using Benny the Butcher in them. At the end of the day, they're nice, but they're coming from Shady. Do you understand that Eminem was the biggest white boy in the game? And he's saying to these guys, West Side Gun, all of these niggas I'm stamping this through Aftermath. So when
what
you
about
get,
your like Freddie Gibbs and your Tyler the Creators?
okay.
And
Yeah,
your,
now
know what I'm saying?
Tyler,
People like that.
Tyler is one that is organic.
But it's a lot of them like that.
And
though.
I
Currency,
understand,
you feel me?
I understand
Like
that. But listen, even I'm aware of Currency. Currency make more money off of merch.
But hey, he got a
And
fan. He got a
influence.
solid fan base.
Influence, but we don't have one record on the radio from
He don't need it.
I mean, now he doesn't. But guess where he comes from? Lil Wayne.
That's cool.
I'm just telling you, I do my homework.
Yeah, that's
he
cool.
comes from Lil Wayne. So at the end of the day, it's built in where he's already got that young money, cash money audience. Because Wayne said, this guy is hot, he's next. So at the end of the day, like.
But he had to put in his own work though.
He definitely did.
Just the cosign ain't enough no more. You get I could get a Jay-Z cosign. That ain't enough. J. Cole got it, but what if he ain't put in the work?
Yeah, but I'm
You
saying
feel
right
me?
now, if you get a Jay-Z verse, you out of here. I don't care what marketing you don't do.
know what I
He's
mean,
gonna do
though.
his own marketing. You know what I mean?
Nah,
Anyway,
but it could be the one hit and that's it. If I don't put in the work and take advantage of it.
Okay. All right, so listen, here go the segment.
Grammy trying to hear that.
No, listen.
He trying to hear that.
We can talk all day with that. But listen, you named your names. I came with
I gotta
receipts.
be the devil's
But you
advocate,
better
you
not,
feel me?
You better not lie pocket. You can't, you get
Yeah,
it
I got to.
for effort. But listen, this is a segment of the show called Question of the Day. I got a call from my man. His name is Raheem, and he lives in Chicago. And he said, Graham, when you go on your podcast today, please bring up to these women, is it okay for the man to be in the house with a woman and they go 50-50? Now, I know y'all seen Gabrielle Union talk about this with Dwayne Wade, but Dre, I'm going to bring it to you because you are a married
That's
man.
easy.
And I want you to see I want to see the temperature with you in 2023 because a lot of people feel like 50-50 is zesty.
First of
for a
all,
man.
everybody that be
Let's get it.
talking about. First of all, let me say something to everybody that's not really in no relationships and they just be talking.
Right.
You get a lot of that on the internet. Just people just talking. This
get
is
it.
that.
Let's get it.
You got people that dedicate whole shows about just sit there and talk about
That's right.
relationships.
That's right. Let's
Let's
talk
be
to 'em.
real, yo. Everything is about communication.
Okay.
To each is his own. Like,
Right.
you know what I'm saying? I can have my situation as long as I'm communicating with my queen. This is how things is done, and she communicating back to me. Whatever works for your personal situation is
And
what
that's
works.
good.
It don't matter. You feel me? Who made up these rules? Who made up all these
Well,
rules?
but listen, there's a plethora of women.
It don't matter.
I
You
know.
feel
But
me?
let me get the point because we have to have not the debate, but we have to put out
Yeah.
the argument so people can have their opinion, so we can see the census. So if a lot of women are saying if a man has to go 50-50, that's not the man for them. Because they feel like a man should come in, he's the protector, provider, and they should just worry about the other things in the house. Like, okay, maybe getting the groceries or paying the cable bill or just kind of like maintaining the home. So I'm saying like if you have, nowadays in this realistic world, the mortgages are high. You know what I mean? Rent is high. Sometimes you need a 2-parent home where 2 people are working and contributing to the house.
Man, you gotta tweak some things sometimes. You feel me? Like say you go to get your driver's license, right? You doing everything by the book and that's it.
Right.
You're gonna get in an accident.
Right.
If you follow the exact instructions of the book that they teach us how to NJ motor vehicles, you're gonna get hit because there's other cars that ain't following the rules.
Now, I
you
hear
feel
you.
me?
I'm just
So it's
asking
like,
you,
nah,
what is your take?
Nah, I said my take.
So I'm just saying, you said, but this is what you said though. No, respectfully, you said whatever works for everybody, whatever works for you in your house works for you.
Yeah.
So that's your take.
That's my take.
Okay, I'm gonna bring it to
Yeah,
Felicia.
that's my take.
I'm gonna get to you, Juicy. Miss Felicia, you heard
Yeah.
me explain it. It gets a little heated up here because it is You Better Not Lie.
Right.
So I just want to know. I mean, I don't know your status, single, entanglement, complicated. But how do you feel as far as the 50-50 conversation?
So for me,
Okay.
I don't know. I can't speak on 50-50 because the way I see it is
Right.
you filling wherever I lack. So as for me, it's like, okay, this month, hey, I may have made a certain amount of money.
Right.
I might be in a better position. I might
Right.
have more off to the side where I could put more towards the bill. Whereas
Right.
you can only do the
What you
shorter
can do,
side.
right.
Right. So for me, it's all about what you have. I might, you might be good for that month, and then I might be a little bit like, damn, babe,
Right.
I had to do
Right, right, right.
and I had to pay my car note. I had to be so I'm not gonna be able to this time around. I feel like it's sometimes it's gonna be 60-40, sometimes it's gonna be 70-30, sometimes
Yep.
it's gonna be 50-50.
Well, it's nice.
It's-
Listen, it's
it's-
just nice to know that you seem open-minded. You're
Yeah.
basically saying like what Dre said, like whatever works. But two people have to be on the same page.
Communication.
Nowadays, I think there's a lot of ratchet TV out there.
Facts,
Zeus
facts,
TV, there's all these, Instagram models.
City
There's a lot
Girls, I'm
of
sorry,
sponsors
but-
out there.
Facts,
A lot
facts.
of y'all sponsors are fucking it up for real niggas that
Right,
work
right.
every day. Because y'all taking these girls buying trips and nails and BBLs and all this other shit. But at the same time, the average working man, when he meets a girl that he likes and she, just say she looks like one of those Instagram girls, she has a certain standard of how she wants you to treat her.
Facts,
It's like,
facts.
yo, I need this, and that, pay all my bills if you want my time.
And all that Instagram model shit and 1,000 likes don't mean shit.
Right.
Because that might not equal to no type of qualities they got. You feel me?
That's right.
I mean-
All right, Juice, we're going to close it out with you. You got anything to say about the 50-50?
I mean, it's not wrong with going 50-50 in my opinion. I
Okay,
think,
that's what's up.
if it worked for you, it worked for you. And if it don't, it don't.
All right, that's what's up. All right, so brothers, there you have it. We got 3 different perspectives on the 50-50.
What's yours? You
My
mean-
perspective?
Yeah.
No, I'm an advocate of 50-50.
Uh-huh.
But I'm just telling you that I've had conversations with women in my day, and they feel like, that's not what a real man does. Because they go, everybody goes
But
back to...
Are they
Also-
single?
Hold on, one
Are they
second.
single?
Yeah, they are single. But let me tell you this. Everybody goes back to this 1945 motto that said, my granddad used to pay all my grandma bills, and da-da-da. He ain't have her do nothing.
Okay, but
This
grandma
is-
did
go ahead.
this, that, and the third. What is y'all hoes out here doing?
That's a fact.
Y'all
It's
outside. Y'all want to go outside. Y'all want to do all.
Exactly.
Grandma
That's
wasn't
offending.
doing that.
And
It's
I feel
offending.
like that's where they're confused with the 50-50 because that could be your 50 paying the bills,
Right.
but her 50 is keeping the house together and making sure
Taking
that
care of them
the
kids.
kids.
But then we're going to go back to what Dre said. It's what works
Works
for
in
you.
your
Yeah.
household.
Yeah.
Exactly.
But
Absolutely.
I have 3 daughters, so it's like I'm teaching my daughters. Like me and my oldest daughter was building the other day, and I told her, I said, you always have to have your own.
Right.
Absolutely.
Right,
I said,
right.
don't ever think that you're pretty and a man's going to have to do all these things, because you'll find yourself in some tough situations depending on a man for your body, your looks, and what you could do for him. Have your own, and that way if you get with somebody, y'all can add to each other. That's what I want to teach my girls.
That's a good
I don't-
conversation
that's a good
you have with
conversation.
Oh, yeah, I
especially
definitely
for
did.
these times because
Yeah.
they leading them the opposite way.
No, because
Yeah.
you know
I
what,
mean-
know what it is? It's so much the TV and the social media stuff. Think about, no disrespect, because I know I'm going to get trash for this. The City Girls, love Cardi B, Megan. Like, a lot of the women are driving, get his bag. If he ain't got this, a broke nigga, then we don't want that. They driving this home. So a lot of the females are growing up in this culture believing that they got to get a baller, they got to get a sponsor, a real man pays all your bills while all you do is take trips and have sex with them. That's it.
What they call it, father time, father clock, what they call it?
Man,
It keep ticking, you feel me?
listen, we talking tonight. You don't like it, that's on y'all. This is You Better Not Lie podcast. Like I told you, that was question of the day. Leave in a comment how y'all feel about 50-50. We trying to change the narrative out there. We want more relationships to last and not have y'all trying to model after Krishan and Blueface. Because everybody ain't getting booked. Everybody ain't getting booked to clubs, and everybody ain't gonna make it rapping. Okay? So some niggas gotta go to work and give you half of the bills. If the rent is $2,000, I'm giving you $1,000. I like sneakers. I like to go get some shit on my own, get some gas in my car, buy a new hoodie. I'm not giving you all my money. If you don't like that, I'll find somebody else. It is what it is. All right, cool. So, Dre, we're gonna go. Oh, this is Juicy. Go ahead, number 9, Juice.
We already kind of touched on this, but with the series Loose Ends, are you like submitting it to festivals? He kind of asked you if like you talk to Tubi, you know.
Right. Yeah.
Is there any plans
It's already
for it,
in the
like, to be
Yeah,
big?
everything is, we try and do as much as we can. The most we need is the people. People is power, you know what I'm saying? The
Right.
more people, like even the call from Graham, like come to the podcast, you know what I'm
Right.
saying? Things like this is like imperative to happen. Shout out to you and,
Man,
you know what I mean, for inviting
all-
me up because
anytime, bro.
the more the word spreads about this, you know what
Right.
I'm saying, the more it gets into different households. It ain't like
true.
music, you feel me? Like I
Yeah.
come from rap, like if you was to tell somebody, yo, my friend got an album out, check it out, it's not a chance. It ain't a chance that they gonna
Right.
listen to.
Or
But if you
they
be
gonna
like,
say the famous quote, that nigga still rapping?
yeah, that's something like that.
That's
yeah.
the worst
I'm just
line.
talking period. You feel me?
Right,
like
right.
period. But if you be like, yo, what you watch? Oh, I'm watching this show. Check it out. It's more of
Right.
a chance you gonna go home, chill, and you gonna stick it in and watch it. So I feel like with filming, it's like let's just keep spreading the word, and at the same time, we handling the business, and we accepting conversations from everybody right now.
Right.
You know what I mean?
What I want to big you up most is that you reinvented yourself to a point. You put yourself in a space where there's no age limit now.
Facts.
You can do the acting until you're a 70-year-old man. You know what I'm saying? There's no
Right,
more,
right.
oh, he 38, he 39, he 42. It's none of that now. You put yourself in a space where they can't judge you. And it's only up from here. You know, like if this movie comes out and it blows, you make millions, now you can say, you know what? I'm going to find the next young bunch of writers and I'm going to write that movie. I'm going to be on the back end because that's where the real money at. You know what I'm saying? But I like the fact that when I saw what you did, because I know how you struggled as an artist just like me, and how you turned it around and put yourself in a creative space where you own, the checks that I told you. I said, your music is on the soundtrack. You shot, directed, selected the editors, wrote the material. That's 5 to 6 different checks. Bro, like that's crazy. You know what I mean? So
I feel like
I
my
salute you on that,
my
bro.
whole life led up to this moment.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like I never was I always was more than a rapper, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like I'm a creative first.
Right.
And then from that came me learning how to rap and all
Right,
that. And,
right.
You know what I mean? The whole art, that's just me. And I just feel like, life, it was just the perfect timing for this to happen, you know what I'm saying?
That's dope. So real quick though, I remember Dre with the low cut Caesar, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden you morphed into this Jamaican
I had
Rasta
the,
man.
I had
Like,
the
what
body
happened?
first.
Yeah,
I had
I'm
the
just saying,
body.
like, what
Yeah,
made
yeah.
you just say, yo, I'm going like all Dre, I'm dreading this thing up.
My hair can still grow, you know what
Right,
I'm saying?
right.
And, I would
Yeah,
say
yeah,
I just was on to be honest,
Right.
I never put a lot of thought into growing my locks. I feel
Right.
like I was going through like a certain journey
Right.
with myself.
Right.
Like I started changing my eating habits.
Right.
This all happened around the same time.
You got
know
any
what I'm saying?
tips for a brother? Because I'm struggling with the dad's stomach. I'm trying to lose that thing. Any
I mean,
tips?
as far as tips, like I'm
Right.
vegan, I'm full vegan, plant-based,
my
whatever you
friend-
want.
I don't know if I'm
for like
ready.
damn near 10 years. You know what I'm saying? So,
My friend is vegan. He trying to make me go vegan.
yeah.
So-
I would say
so what
get
did you have
stop
to
the
give
dairy.
up?
Dairy,
Everything?
meat, everything.
So what do you substitute for I don't want to say the
They
meat.
got
Nah,
substitute
it's
of
so
all of
much.
that,
Like
yes.
so,
Yeah.
when I started, I was an unhealthy vegan.
Okay, so
like
you-
I'm just getting boxed food and all that
Yeah,
stuff,
yeah,
like
yeah.
like frozen vegan stuff,
Right.
but like soy-based products.
Right.
But we so into it now. It's like we cooking all like you can make
So
stuff
your
with
family
beans.
is
yeah.
vegan too?
We vegan.
So your
household.
kids,
you come
you
to any
raise
of my
your kids like
events,
that
like
too?
we had the red carpet event,
Right.
premiere.
I wish you would've
all
hit me.
vegan food. You feel me?
Wow,
And
now how is vegan food? Though?
it's good if you know how to
It's
cook
good.
it. If you know how to cook,
Is it good? You're vegan too?
My sister is vegan.
she knows about vegan
Yeah.
food. You feel me? She come through.
So do they got the fake plant-based burgers and stuff
They
like
got
that?
all that, but you can do it with mushrooms. You can do it with
Chickpeas.
beans. You can
Okay.
do it with chickpeas.
Right.
It don't always gotta be the fake.
Yeah,
you know
brother
what I mean?
Rick dropped some you dropped some weight too. Did you go vegan or no? Okay, all right, okay.
But it's a hard transition, and
It
I feel
is.
like when I started making that, I just was growing my hair at the same time. and
Right.
I got the
Yeah.
It just happened.
We're gonna build
Feel
off
me?
So
mine, 'cause
maybe
I
if he
think
go vegan, his hair might grow back.
it might come back. I'm thinking so. Yo, listen, because I mean, think about it, because it might come back. And if that's the case, Dre, look, I'm gonna be a nigga 40 with some cornrows. I can't wait. But anyway, like I said, but I'm gonna build with you offline about that because I am, like I said, Juicy know I took my Shahada in March of this year, so I became Muslim. But at the same time, that was a stepping stone of trying to like cleanse my mind and get discipline in my life. You know what I mean?
Facts.
So, but at the same time, I when I went through Ramadan, it was beautiful. I dropped like 30 pounds. I drank water, just training my body how to eat when the sun go down. But you fall off though. You fall off. You know what I'm saying?
The word you mentioned, discipline. That's as long as you got the discipline, you did it. Like you said,
right.
That's all it takes. You know
Right.
what I mean? Taking on this new journey is discipline at first. You know what I mean? Once you get through the first couple weeks, you could pretty much lock in with it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And it's not expensive like everybody be saying. It's actually
you got meal prep every day?
Yeah. We just so used to it. It's like
So where y'all shop at for vegan? Y'all got a Whole Foods?
produce spots or any type of fruits,
Okay.
vegetables, beans, mushrooms.
right.
You know
My
what I'm
friend
saying?
be like, you cooking today? I'm like, you don't eat nothing I make. Like, you gonna come, you be like, I eat rice.
Y'all don't even eat rice no more.
You don't even eat rice?
That stuff
People,
go in
I
your
eat
body and
rice.
turn into sugar.
Yeah, starch,
You know
so
what
it
I'm
doesn't
saying?
really.
So I don't do bread.
And of course, if you vegan, I know you're not socially drinking. You're not doing none of that.
Nah, I drink.
Okay.
But there's certain drinks ain't. I mean, you could drink.
yeah.
You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? You could drink. I
So
drink.
you do indulge in a little alcohol. from
I
time to
indulge in a
time.
lot of alcohol.
Okay.
From time to time. You feel me? I ain't gonna say a lot. I mean, I'm healthy, but shit, I like to have a good time. Like,
Right.
you know what I mean?
All right, so Dre, man, tell the folks, where they can follow you at on.
Follow me, Dre Skuffs, at Dre Skuffs. Make sure you follow Felicia,
That's right. Follow
aka
Felicia.
Lisa. Shout out to your joint.
Yeah, shout your joint
Lady
out.
Fee, LadyPhi_.
Okay.
Yeah.
And also make sure you follow out the Loose Ends official page, Loose Ends NJ. Follow that.
Okay.
And I want to on air just big up everybody that been help, because it wasn't just me in this. You know what I'm saying? I couldn't do this by myself.
Okay.
And you know what I mean, every time I get a chance, I want to thank people. You know what I'm
Right.
saying, for being a part of it and believing in this vision, because this vision is gonna turn into something great.
It's gonna turn into something great. And I'm just here. I'm just so happy that I know Dre, so I
Look
can
at
brag
him.
about him.
Look at-
No, I'm just so I know Dre, and he gonna put me in the movie, and I'm gonna
He
sweep
gonna put
the
us
floor.
in the movie.
Yeah, y'all
You
good.
gonna get in there, Juicy?
Us,
Yeah,
both of
Juicy, you can mop. I'm a sweep.
I already got.
I'm not
I already
I want a real
got.
role.
As you was telling me,
I want a real role.
as we was talking, like
Dre,
that's
I don't
our
really want to
vision.
sweep the floor though.
I know. I wasn't gonna have you doing that, but as
like
we
two
speak,
lines. Yeah.
as we come,
Right.
that's how I think. All right, I can
Right.
see.
Yeah,
I need
see-
somebody for the. All right, I know.
And look,
I
I
know
wear
when
glasses. I got a couple push ices. Whatever you need, I rob, I steal, I do whatever you need me to do.
Shout out to AP, yo. Let me tell you one real
What's
quick
that?
story.
All right,
You know what I
go
mean, I
ahead.
know you on the time, but
Right, go ahead.
I pull up on AP.
Right.
You know, he DJing at a bar. I pull
Right.
up on him, show love. And he ain't know I was doing the movie.
Right.
Now he's like, what you been up to? I'm like, filming a movie, like for real. I was
Right.
like, yeah. Like, you trying to be in it? Right. Like, yo, I'm trying to kill somebody. And you see?
Yeah, he is super
So
animated.
he got to do his thing in the movie. You feel me? So
Yeah,
like,
that
shout
was
out to
dope for
AP.
Peasy.
Yeah.
That was dope, man. But listen, man, we had a good time. But listen, I want to end it real quick. I want to just say I want to thank Dre for coming, making the time. I salute you, brother. Shout out to Mr. Hype too, because he connected us, put us on the phone.
Yeah, shout out
because
to
I
Hype.
haven't had your number in years, but
Yeah.
I've been a fan from afar,
Yeah.
social media and stuff like that. But shout out to Mr. Hype, he connected us, and man, I want to see you do good
Thank you,
things.
thank you.
You inspired me to, and I ain't biting. But
Man,
you know what I'm
I
saying?
don't- I don't
We
even-
got to clear the
I
air.
don't be
'Cause I'm
feeling-
gonna put it on
I ain't-
record.
yo,
Nigga
for
right
real,
there.
bro, yo,
Your
listen,
brand
listen.
movie just came out. He biting Dre.
Yo, let me speak on that for like 2 seconds. My bad, I talk a lot.
Talk to
But
that.
I
Talk
feel
your
like
shit.
when you get an opportunity to
Right.
speak, you gotta say what you gotta say.
That's a fact. Go
Let's
ahead,
just
Dre.
be real about us as a people. You
Right.
feel me? Like, we never should, as a people, discourage somebody from doing
Right.
Because if you comfortable in your own skin,
That's a fact.
I'm comfortable. Nothing you can do is gonna make me say he's
not.
copying it. He trying.
Right.
Nobody can do what I do.
But I'ma
Nobody
bring
can-
you in there.
Nah,
I'ma
listen,
bring you in my
Nobody
movie,
can do
though.
what you do. I couldn't have been Mr. 106 in Park. You know what
Okay, I
I'm
got
saying?
you.
And nobody could do what I do. So
That's a
like,
fact.
we lack confidence in this industry. It's like all
Right.
that. He hating, he copying. So what?
Right, right.
If you locked in with what your craft and you good, why you worried about the next
Nah,
man?
and
You
then
feel
plus,
me?
my thing is if you inspired by somebody, you make sure you go on record and say it. And that's
Facts,
why I
facts,
went on
facts,
record and
yeah.
said, like I said, you inspired me to not look at things on such a big scale, like, oh, I gotta have $1 million budget to
Facts,
put my
facts.
movie out. So you show when I seen how y'all did it from the muscle, and I know none of y'all went to acting school, and y'all did that shit from the rip. I said, all right, bet I can call the guys,
Yeah.
and get Raheem,
Yep,
Ricky,
yep. That's how
Bobby,
it
and
is.
Mike,
Yep,
and we could do the movie. But anyway, this was episode 96. It's called Loose Ends. Make sure y'all go to YouTube,
Let's
type
go.
in Loose Ends, Dre Skuffs, and see this dope feature film web series. It's a crime kind of crime movie, but
Crime,
it has a story.
suspense, story, a little bit of
thriller.
everything. Yeah, thriller, little
Okay,
thriller
dope.
in there, and it's
Listen,
gonna get crazy.
Listen, make sure if you home tonight, you don't got nothing to do, go to YouTube and type in Loose Ends. Watch that joint. Run them numbers up. It's like 3,000 right now. Last time I checked it.
All organic views.
All
Like we
organic
ain't even
views.
get into the whole marketing budget yet. Straight
Right.
organic. You feel
Right.
me?
And we out of here. Salute.